I need more water. Way to hit that hydration station, Benzo. Good boy. Good boy, nose taps. All right, Loppyton. Can I start a talk? Oh, you come over here by Grandma. Handsome man. Find your spot. Settle down, guys. Marge is gonna bump her gums. I'm gonna bump my gums. Blah, 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 blah. I won't be, hopefully I won't be bumping gums for a long time. Not like other people in my local community. They don't know how, people don't know yet that when you're mad at your mom and your dad, rots your teeth too. It does. Resentment, anger, it all rots your teeth. I bet he wants to go up there. He's going to go inside, I bet, in the kennel, I think. I hope he does. Go in there, buds. Said, no, I'm laying down. Here, you want me to bring this over? You want this right here, buds? Want the bed? Oh, Mom. You just know how I like to lay there, Mom. Need my back scratch. My back scratch is a magnet that you use like when you drop bolts in your engine. It's in the other room. Alright. You don't want to lay it? You don't want that? He's like, Mom, what are you doing? You're doing too much. Marge, you're doing too much, Marge. It's still kind of hot in here, but the temperature, it's that weird time of year where it gets hot inside this tin can we live in. Very grateful for the tin can we live in. During the day it's starting to get warm and I got old dogs, so I'm trying to keep it. And old ladies. Little old ladies and little old dogs, we're just trying to keep them comfortable as possible. Whew. Things are just getting goofy out there. We had a pretty okay day, though. We had a pretty nice day. Mom just ate some mashed potatoes and gravy. She ate good today. Dig that she has an appetite. I'm still processing, Peg passing. That's a big one. Peg. She used to be my life mentor. Yeah. Yeah, she was my grand sponsor when I was in AA. I can talk about it now. She's in the big meeting in the sky, as they call it. And I read the rule. Her son's a cool dude, Jim. He's a cool dude, man. He and I go. He's like one of the only friends that I think that was really my friend. And after I moved to Oregon, he even came out there and we went to the beach together. That was fun. Yeah, I got pictures. How do I got pictures? How many pictures have I been taking my whole life? That's all I do is take pictures. Little heartfelt snaps. They're just little historical increments, I took this one. I was happy to see that, Alright. She got her package. I'm glad it came today and not yesterday. I'm glad it came today. Alright, that's cool. Anyway. Yeah. So, back to old Jimmer. That's what I call him, Jimmer. Yeah, Jimmers had a big full life too. I mean, they all. I know people that have been important people. Like Jim's grandfather, like his granddad. I met him one time. Peg Martin. um, I mean, he's come from the he's walked with giants in the world. Like I look at it them as historic. Like his granddad was the Surgeon General of the Air Force at one point, and it was at the end of his grandfather's life because he was in his 90s, and it was at a 4th of July parade. And now, knowing what I know, like if I were to tap into the stuff that his energy field, dial in on things that he's done, knowing the things that I know. So, anyway, I'm gonna send. So Jim's pretty, but he's stripping the program. He's not getting with the program. It's so beautiful to see, He's like my brother's age. I think that's why I like palling around with him, because he's so smart and we do fucking cool shit together. One time we went to see the Mythbusters. I mean, I need to talk about where I come from more and not shit on it so much, And there's a reason why I'm trying to come to term with these things. I'm getting all this. The astrology's hitting my freaking chart like boom. My houses, Cancer 1 and 2, 7, 8 Capricorn, boom. That's a freaking quarter of my chart, man. That is like, whoa. So anyway, one time went to the Orpheum in Omaha, and we watch the Mythbusters. Because Omaha is a hot spot. They want it's for lots of reasons. I'll just leave it at that. And so a lot of shit would come there. I saw Wicked there. I saw Rent there. I saw like that Sedaris dude, not author. I'm sitting there listening to that guy. I'm like, dude, he is so freaking dry. Sedar, whatever his name. And I met him, and he's such a tiny little man, because he met people after, and I'm just like, you guys, they're all tiny men. The ones that take and abscond with so much, they're all tiny little men. They have tiny little hands. Anyway, and they think they have really big. Never mind. Anyway, so or don't have one at all. Whatever, dude. Marge, focus. So at the end or the encore, and a big part of the show is they had a man come out and stand against a big plexiglass behind him, plexiglass wall, right? So it's transparent, you can see through it. And they had him put on I would have loved to have been the freaking dude that did this. That would have been freaking cool. But put on a tin suit, one of those old metal, with the flippy down thing, and stand in front of that, and then he put his back to the us audience, and then they modified a Gatling gun and they modified it from a Gatling gun to a paint gun. And then they just lit them up with paintballs. That would be cool, right? And these are all the things that I done before I cared about frickin' other people so much. I care more about other people. I can't justify doing shit like that when the cracks of society are getting as wide as they are, I can't be out living my best life. I don't feel good about living my best life when so many people are just fucking struggling. So hard, man. There's so many people out there just so sick, man. Their hearts, their worlds are turning upside down. Things are so freaking, and I know where you're coming from. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train. I don't do these very often. Um, uh, um, but I wanted to finish about Jim. I was talking about Jimmer. And he worked at Creighton. I worked with Creighton with him. He started after I did. I already worked a few there, but I helped. He'd come to the service desk and I'd help him with this shit, and he's a professor there still. You know? You know, if you want to get, hey, here's a tip, here's a pro tip. If you want to get your kid's education, go work at a university. Tuition's paid for. There's a lot of fucking bonuses. There's a lot of ways that people can get through fucking life. I don't care if you gotta go work at the freaking cafeteria. You know what I mean? Like, there's ways that people can navigate through this life. And I'm not a proponent. I'm not for education, as it has been. But it's all been controlled. Everything's controlled. I'm here to help. You know, as the age ranger that I am. I mean, that was my official job title in the Air Force. I think that's pretty cute. Yeah. One of my positions, I was Toto. And my brother was in a play, and he was the Tin Man. And I'm a dog lover. I mean, life is fucking just story after story after story after story of good shit, if I so choose. When my body goes into pain, I focus on the thing that will cause me pain externally too, and that is something that's taken me a lot of years to learn how to differentiate. Is that learning how to live life beyond my pain. I heard a sweet old dude named Raven, his video on TikTok, and he's an old man, and he tells us just a brief encounter about how he had the hangman broken neck, like another sweet angel I know, and like, you know, the way he just talks, like every breath is a gift. And I've been feeling like every breath is a curse, because I've been in so much physical pain lately. And I've been taught by the best, see, that you don't get to take it out on other people. I've been taught by the best that you have to rise above it and act better. But sometimes I wonder, do they feel the pain like I do? Do they feel it the way I feel it? Like, I can't turn over in bed like a regular person. In order to turn over in bed, I have to, like, raise up on my ankles, raise my hip up, and then flip over and lay on my stomach. And I can't take it out on other people. And then there's so much shit in the world. Oh my God, there's so much crap going on. And I know that when people are crabby like me, you know, they're irritable. Today I made a point when I was going around the grocery store to put a smile on my face and let people know I come in peace. Because I've been to war. Literally. In so many ways. So I don't do things like this very often, but I spent $16 and I got one of those ancestry reports. And so I'm just going to go ahead and read some excerpts. My karma report. See if I'm on the right track of what I'm supposed to be learning about. Now, excuse me. Look how small this print is. See, you won't need glasses for reading if you always just read smaller print, you know? No, I gotta raise this shit. That shit's fucking small as fuck. But, oh my God. Alright, so this is from astrology.com. I track a lot of sources. So this is my karma report. And they have the sun, the moon, Saturn, south and north moon node. Okay? Where are we at on time? This is pretty cool shit. Okay. Alright, so the moon. We'll start with the sun. Your karmic life purpose. Let's see if I'm representing okay. The sun sign represents the primary factors in the individual's nature and creates the individual's distinct personality and ego drives. In karmic astrology, the sun represents the primary purpose for which the soul is taking incarnations at this time. Aries is the I am sign of the zodiac. I got this for Robin Williams because he was in Popeye. A line that he said, I am what I am. I hate canned spinach though, so don't get it twisted. Sun sign of the if you come into incarnation with the sun in Aries, you have in many past lives acquiesced to the domination of others and done what you were told. Good boy. Good boy. You go up there. You want to go sit by brother? Good boy. Let me get your pillow to prop up on. Here, bud. Here. Give me prop. Good boy. Good dog. I know that's what you like. Oh, you want to go back and lie down? He doesn't want to stay up there. He wanted up on top, but Benny's up there. What you want, bud? You just gonna sit there? You're a sweet old man. I know, he's such a good boy. He's a sweet old boy. Oh, no, the most. Okay, let me go on. Okay. Acquiesced to the domination of others and did what you were told, often without thinking, simply because an authority figure told you to do it. Your past life personalities may have given into society's expectations of you and ignored your need to develop an individual. This is the side of yourself that should be built up in the present lifetime. To be born with the sun in Aries in our modern era, which cherishes the individual, does it? Or are people condemned and thrown away for not acting like everybody else? Not so neurotypical right here. Where did I leave off? To assume major challenge. Okay, to be born in the sun in Aries in our modern area with cherish. Okay, is it to assume? Oh, stop. Is it to assume a major challenge that few can complete successfully? You as an Aries must learn to concentrate on developing the personality traits, talents, skills, and other strengths that make you unique. Strength, courage, leadership, independence, and personal charisma are also attributes that need to be emphasized. I can't be a dick. Sucks. I'm good at it. I'm not crying because I can't be a dick. I hope people understand that. Fucking shit. The world is so shallow. The challenge is to do this without giving rise to self-centeredness and belligerence. I'm a drunk. It's why I don't drink. That are also typical of Aries. I wish nobody drank. I wish people would stop profiting from taking in the spirits. There's so much evil on this earth just because of that. Your primary drive is to become the kind of person who stands out in the crowd while at the same time staying in touch with that long ago side of yourself that cared about what others thought, wanted, and needed. Thus combining liberty with law, self-expression, with concern for others, and belief in oneself, with belief in the culture in which you live. Once you balance all these karmic drives, your life can blossom beyond your wildest dreams. Yeah. I gotta blow my nose again. I think I'm only gonna just read one other part.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to read too long. It's so funny, the song that just came on right now, Mom.
Oh, what is it?
It's Erasure.
Erasure?
Yeah. And the first line is, I'm trying to discover things that make me a little bit sweeter. You want to come down here, bud? Come on, bud. Come on, then I get pissy. Go sleep over there, bud. Get on the comfy spot. Or get on the big bed. Ooh, I wonder. There, that's the good spot. Okay. I cry all the time. I rage cry. I'm Aries, Scorpio. I mean, come on, man. I am just me being me. Why can't people let me? I look at all the people. I'm like, sometimes I look at people and I'm just like, wow, man. People just let you be you, huh? Like the fucking you, the people that let the yous that let people be that I gotta put up with where I live around. I'm ready to move, God. We're ready. Find us the place. And I've been praying on it. And then I got this little fortune today that says, cut the wires together and find your new home in this rift. And I was like, thanks for the sign, sir. Good orderly direction. Thank you very much. All right, back to this. Now, because I talked about the sun and now I'll talk about the moon. No, I'll talk about Saturn. I got Saturn on my shoulder. I walked into the tattoo shop and I said, I'm kind of out of this world. Could you put it on my shoulder? And she said, okay. She has her own shop now. She worked at Fortune, but anyway, I got Saturn on my shoulder. I think it's funny. It has like the 7 stripes. It looks like to me the 7 stripes from the flag. To me, that's I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. I dig it. I miss it. I don't see it in the winter, except when I shower or get out of the shower. Okay, this is okay. Your karmic stumbling blocks. Saturn is the karmic taskmaster, the planet that delays and blockages, and the upset and gloom that come with them. How many times in the present life have you worked hard and pushed yourself to accomplish a specific goal, only to have your efforts blindsided by obstacles that you never expected? That made me cry the first time I read it. I'm like, it's because of fucking I mean, I know Saturn's the teacher. I mean, they're all teachers. But, I mean, some of them are more strict than others. Okay. This is the karmic effect of Saturn. Your neglect of a specific life circumstances and prior existences have come back to haunt you. Now you have to either complete that experience or come back in your next lifetime and face it again under even less appealing circumstances. You know how I always talk about taking care of my family? And like, if it drives me to the grave, at least, you know, I will have died doing the best that I can do to take care of my mom while the whole world just watched. You know? And then people are going to have to, like, they're going to, everybody's coming up. Everybody's going to have everybody's going to have their chance to ride. That's what the thing is like, dude, our energy don't die. And what we do impacts I don't want to do this shit no more, dude. I'd rather freaking suffer with my adrenal glands on this stupid fucking planet, this alien ant farm with these twisted, you know, dudes that, you know, running the world that freaking likes putting shit in their butt. I mean, yeah, it's a real good time. I don't want to do it no more. Saturn in Gemini, that's what I got. Implies that the individual beings from previous incarnations, a powerful drive to learn. I think I pretty much exemplify that. In eras when few people were allowed the luxury of education, you were encouraged to develop, and I had learning disabilities, and look at all the shit I've overcome. I've had a lot of learning. I used to have a speech impediment. I mean, they said I was autistic. I thought I meant artistic. And I just faded away in the retard class. And it was boring, and I thought I was stupid because I was around people that were. And then everywhere I went, I'm like, man, they're dumb too. Yeah, they're stupid too. God, the whole world's just like dumbing down shit. Anyway. Saturday in Gemini implies that the individual brings from the past previous incarnation. Okay, we already read that. In eras when few people were allowed. Okay. You were encouraged to develop a practical, disciplined, and logical mind. You were blessed with the ability to convince others of just about anything. Most likely, and that's why I'm big about freaking, like, not trying to manipulate and sway things in my way and being above board, you know, and not forcing things because I get it. Most likely you're concentrated more on religious texts than secular works. That's so funny because I'm so anti-religion now. I appreciate parts of, in each religion, I appreciate some parts. It's just always, you know, back to the dudes that like sticking shit in their butt that ruin everything. In all the probability, the text that you were given and blow shit up. They like to stick stuff in their butts and blow shit up. Excuse me, my mistake. Yeah. They probably like blowing shit up while they stick stuff up their butt, actually, now that I think about it. In all probability, the text you were given to study praise to the skies and the tenets of religion and encourage you to degenerate and ridicule the beliefs of others. Denigrate and ridicule the beliefs of others. Yeah, I do that. This is stuff where I gotta get past or they're gonna make me do this shit again, Ma. No, but the problem was less that you believed your own heart than what you taught others. You were capable of expounding on anything in a charismatic and convincing way. Most of your, I don't want to listen to this right now. Most of your students probably went away convinced that your way was the only way. See, I don't, and that's what I'm really trying not to freaking ever put, that's what I want. Okay, you tell me what you think. And then I'll add to it. And if you could add, you know, and let's rebuild this fucking planet. Right? But we got to get our hands in the dirt. And I'm so happy to see that more people are going to be doing that here. You know? So, as you were capable of expounding on anything in a charismatic and convincing way, most of your students, okay, I read that part already. And that anyone who didn't agree had to either be stupid or evil. This is so funny. The karma you need to correct, therefore, is not to be small-minded or your own spiritual path. And you could be surprised at how similar they actually are. From where you can expand your mind to acquire just about any kind of knowledge and gain wisdom and enlightenment, not only from religious ideas, but from secular ones as well. You were given your intelligence to learn all you can, then pass it on. Pass it on. Do good, pass it on. So, I'll talk about the rest some other time, because I don't want to read some more anymore. It just has the south and north node, so that's just two, and then it gives you a little excerpt on how to, what was that? Understand your karmic journey. I could read that. It's just a couple little paragraphs. Knowledge is power, and awareness of both your mistakes and accomplishments in previous lifetimes can make the process. This is probably intelligence artificial. Now that I think about it, because I don't think anybody sat down in an instant and then created the. Yeah, that just occurred to me. Knowledge is power, and awareness of both your mistakes and accomplishments in previous lifetimes can make the process of becoming a better human being far easier for you. Knowing your karmic astrological influences will enable you to recognize karmic debts that need to be settled, either to society or to individuals. That's why we had to go to freaking Arizona, as I had some sort of fucking karmic debt with that mean lady, Carrie Gunn. Meanest, evil, wicked. She's a dumb bitch. That's all she is. Let's see. Knowledge is power. Make it better. Knowing your karmic astrological influences will enable you to recognize karmic debts that you need to be settled. Okay, I read that. And thus lighten the load you've been carrying for millennia. Our souls don't die, man. People are going to have to wake up to that. What you reap, what you sow. A-ho! Perhaps the most important lesson you can learn in oh, I'm ordained, too. That's funny, it mentioned so much about religion. Universal Church. Perhaps the most important lesson you can learn in the course of studying your karmic influence is that no matter what your life circumstances are, you're never totally isolated.
That's good.
You're part of the vast karmic web of being that is life on earth, and you cannot avoid touching other beings on that web. Studying your past life history, healing the negative effects of your karma, and building on your triumphs will help you evolve to a wiser, more confident, happier person in this lifetime and beyond. Astrology.com is where, and it was $16. If it was, I was surprised because usually like their reports are like I don't know, they're more than I'm willing to spend, but maybe that's going to drive down prices since everybody in big tech is getting fired and they're just switched over to intelligence artificial. But the thing of it is, dude, people need people. That is a shitty fucking lesson I had to learn. I never wanted to admit I needed people. And my time in AA, that helped me with that. It helped me realize that. But it also taught me a lot of discernment, because there are a lot of people that were pretended like they were my friend, and they weren't. And coming from a program of honesty, I just think that's some bitch-ass bullshit. That's all. And I think too many people on this planet have been acting. They're acting like they're nice, but they're not really nice. And when you talk shit to somebody else, that is bad energy. That's harsh energy. That's hurtful. You don't think freaking people pick up on that? You don't think I don't walk into a room and pick up on what, That's why I am 1,000% me. Because people are going to talk shit anyway. So I might as well be the best me I could be. Right? It was fun. Yeah. I don't know. I'm here to make an impact. I make an impact. I sub to Brittany Sanchez. Hi, Busted Muffin. So now, whether I'm in her algorithm. So, I mean, unless she blocks me, which, can you block people?
Yeah.
You can hide people from a channel, so she can hide me, but I'll still be there, Brittany. If you ever post any content, I'll be the first to see what it is. I'm your first subscriber, Brittany Sanchez. She created a YouTube account just so she could talk shit on the comments section. Of course I had to subscribe to her channel. So I'm going to be popping up all over the place. Tag, you're it, Brittany! Oh my goodness. We used to have laughing when I was new in sobriety. We used to have laughing because somebody said that a trick in Hollywood to get yourself to laugh. That if you exhale all the way with the air out of your stomach, that you can start a laugh. And I was testing it. So I drove from where I lived in Omaha to where I was going in Bellevue, Nebraska. It was like a, I don't know, 14-minute drive to the Monday night meeting. And laughing all the way. I had a friend with me. And so it was because we were both laughing. And then when there'd be a lull, I'd just go. And you do that with another person. So what if people started doing that in situations that were really tense? They just went. How's that for a tiki-taki challenge? Because, the world the way it's going, there's just going to be more shootings. There's just going to be more freaking bad shit because people can't stop themselves. They're not. They're not doing the things that human beings do. Balanced people, spiritual, mind, body. They just don't know. That's all. They just don't know. They just think that they're living in the moment and there's not going to be any consequence because they weren't told no better. And I'm just going to do what I can to lead by example. That's all I'm going to try and do. Actually, it's better that I read the nodes later because that goes into the whole story of because mom has 5 planets in Sagittarius, and my south node, or is it north node, is in Sagittarius. And so I'm just like, okay. All right. I said, and she came into this world and was orphaned and, was treated freaking just like shit her whole life, and was born with 2 club feet. I mean, just overcoming those handicaps of and by themselves. I mean, she's a miraculous woman, and people didn't do a lot of favors because, the machismos win. And she fought real hard to stay being our mom and to stay alive. Yeah. And the fact that she's made it to 73 is a miracle to me. I recognize the miracle in her life more than I do my own. And how old? But anyway, good boy, Artie Pants. I gotta bring out more fans. Yeah, I gotta bring out more fans. What was I talking about? So I'm just gonna, I would see, that's the thing is people don't understand why I'm so heavy-handed, like I'm so sharp-tongued, like I'm just me being me. I'm trying to say the nice thing unless you freaking, and for some reason I am compelled to recognize your douchedness, and yeah, sometimes I feel like I need to speak out for all the people that I encounter that they've sucked to their whole life, like that they've been shitty to. I like to give them a nice blast, to give them what it's like. It might only be like a 30-second encounter, but I'm going to make an impression. And maybe next time they go home, they're going to maybe put that beer down and spend some time with their family or something like that, Because there's enough darkness on this planet. And that's the only way we're going to come back to light is if people freaking put those freaking drinks down. It'll help. It maybe not the only way. It'll help. It'll help. Dude, alcohol is just the worst. I think it's the worst thing in the world. I think it's worse than fentanyl. I think it's worse than I think it's worse than all those. You know why? Because it becomes the person that takes it. It becomes their best friend, like their primary purpose. When children and wives and spouses and stuff like that should be their primary purpose. Yeah. It takes away from living from spirit. It replaces it with alcohol. Alcohol is demons. You're literally taking breath, oxygen, from your blood and replacing it with demons, spirits. Things that say, Fuck life. Drink and drive. You know? You know? Oh, she said no, but I think she really likes me deep down inside. You know? Stuff like that. That's what alcohol does. And then, if you get to last, if you're pickled, if you end up, because it's like, remember those old labs where they like would pickle jars of frogs and whatever. People pickle everything. It's weird, but they store it in alcohol. So these like, you know, the president, wet-brained. It's alcohol, man. The dude has drank freaking scotch and whatever he want. He's the number one. I'm gonna do whatever I want. The dude is like machismo poster boy generations. It rots your brain. But people don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. Alcohol makes people think it's your best friend. How many times have you heard people say, I could quit anytime I want. I could never drink again. I said, well, isn't that a funny thing? That alcohol will always convince you that you will never get to that point. The place I live, there's a lot of alcohol. There's a pueblo right there. Everybody knows about the drunken Indians, right? I probably got relatives, ancestors, relatives living on that pueblo. They don't like me. They get mad at me because I say things like, hey, don't drink. Go out and walk around with the kids. But I can't say stuff like that. What I got to do is I just got to go out and invite whoever wants to go out and walk around with me. And show them how to do it. And then maybe they'll want to join along too. And they'll start seeing the benefits of taking care of themselves. Take care of yourself, take care of others. Swear by it. Anyway, I think that's about all I got for